Adjustments, obviously, we were able to get in front of a few holes.
I don't know if they found a few holes. We missed the tackle there on second and extra long. I think that was a big drive in the game. They get second and 20 backed up. We just missed a couple tackles. They played good. It was a tale of two halves. Really, the third quarter, real pleased with everything till that the third quarter. We did not play great. They made some big plays. Hit us on, lost leverage on the football a few times, and but some sloppy tackling in the third quarter. But got settled down, played very well in the first half. Excellent. We just did, as a team today, I don't think we complimented each other real well. But guys responded to a couple turnovers there in the first half. They were forced to punt, and we got a pick. And so really came out and played really, really well the first 30 minutes, and they got us on a couple of drives. That drive in particular was a longer drive, but they big played us back-to-back drives. Those first two drives, and then we had a short field and we didn't respond. I think it was a 26-yard drive, three touchdowns right there, and then the last one made it look a little closer. So you never like that, but overall, again, we got our goal accomplished.
What do you take from the good stretches in the first half and the bad stretches in the second half?
I take the good stretches, they were really good, and the bad stretches were bad. So
how do you work with that for next week?
Hopefully we got a lot of good stretches for next week. I mean, it's real simple. When you lose leverage and you're sloppy tackling, it'll look bad. So that's it's really pretty simple, really.
What happened on the long touchdown
to Cooper? We lost leverage inside. We're in cover two, and we're front side. The linebacker jumps. They ran an arc slant, just a real simple play, and we run up the field and open up a huge hole, and he just split the defense. Good play.
When you look at the film on this and then kind of look ahead to North Carolina, obviously that's a team that loves to exploit you with some big plays.
Yeah, hopefully that's not the case. We're going to have to play better for 60 minutes. Again, played very, very well the first half, and the third quarter not so much. He came back in the fourth quarter and played well.
I know you've talked a lot about the depth on this defense is not what it was a year ago, but North Carolina is a team that's going to run tempo. It's going to test your depth. Is that a concern, or is it something you feel like has been able to fill in some of that?
I don't know. I'm not real concerned. We just got to play well. That's what it matters to. I don't know.
Have you seen some of those guys, the backups that you weren't so sure about at the beginning of the year, are now kind of ready for maybe a game like that?
Maybe so. We'll be tested that way. We'll need to have our full arsenal ready to go, in Charlotte next week for sure.
Brent, after scoring a test like this, how does that help you or hurt you?
What's that?
A test like this, the way your defense plays?
A test?
Yeah.
Well, how'd we play?
You got the win, but I'm saying it was a close
we played real well in the first half. Not as good in the third quarter. We came back and played well in the fourth quarter. I think it helps us. We've been battle tested. We're 12-0, and you're going to have games where again you have some good and some bad, and you go back and it's like every other week. That's it.
Now, straight game, do you think these guys maybe get a little bit tired?
I don't know. We won. I don't know.
How important were those first half, kind of keeping them off the scoreboard after that?
Yeah, I think it was big. We came out and dominated them in the first half and played real well. So for 10 straight games, we came out in that 10th game, whatever it is, straight. I don't know. I know it's a bunch. And we came out and played real well. I think they made some plays. We got a little bit sloppy in the third quarter. They had two drives, and we turned the ball over and had a 26-yard. It was bang, 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 just like that. Cooper's as good as there is anywhere in the country. He's capable of doing that. The big quarterback had a few missed tackles. We stoned him and kept him bottled up really for most of the afternoon. And he popped a couple, changed the field, and they lived on our side of the field. I think it was the third or the fourth quarter. I think their average starting field position was the 40-yard line. So we didn't complement each other very well and flip the field back. But again, our guys battled. We got whatever it was, a good solid 2-score lead there. At the end of the game, and we made them work the field. They had no timeouts. That was outside of actually scoring. in the last play, we got a bust, with nobody on the back. The positioning was good and the mission was accomplished. Had 1 second to go, in the last score, so there was no chance to win. I don't know about comparing him to Stephon, but BJ's had an excellent year. Has played really well and hasn't gotten tired through 10 straight games. He's played real well.
How has he developed since he got here? He wasn't all that. You look at the recruiting rankings. He was kind of under the radar, but clearly he's developed since he got here.
Yeah, BJ's a talented guy that works hard, that cares. He's got great character and he's got good skill. He's got instincts. He's got pop. He can run. He can. He plays with great power and explosiveness. He knows how to play behind his pads, and he's really invested a lot. As a fifth-year senior, and I think that's a lesson off. If the guy sticks around and keeps working hard, good things will happen. And he's a great example of that.
You've had to go against him in practice all the time. When Deshaun's clicking, running and throwing the way he is, do you have some sympathy for teams that are trying to?
No, I don't as a defensive coach, but it's really hard. It's really, really hard. A guy is good at both. So he's a monster back there. He's tough to defend.
Coach,